Since the arrival of the Gods of Destruction, there hasn't been a single being who isn't some sort of deity himself that overpowers them. The Gods of Destruction are at the top, everyone else in their universe falls underneath them. So that being said though, it came as a big surprise when in the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super, Whis comes out and says that somewhere in another universe, there is a mortal whose strength exceeds the power of his own God of Destruction. Right now, we don't know the God of Destruction Whis was talking about, and that's because as soon as he brings it up, Beerus tells him to be quiet and never to mention it again. The God of Destruction that Whis was talking about is stronger than Beerus, and the mortal who lives in that God of Destruction's universe is stronger than him. So that's what people mean when they're saying there is now a mortal who has surpassed the God of Destruction. And like I said before, there weren't many clues as to who it could be. The chances are we haven't even seen him yet in the series, but more than likely Whis was talking about a very specific Jiren the Grey. We haven't heard much out of Universe 11 in a while, but that's because a lot of other things are happening with Frieza and Universe 6. But when they were first introduced, Universe 11 stood out the most. During the exhibition match when there was only gods watching, Universe 11 had a man in black robes. This eventually turned out to be Toppo, who is in contention to be the next God of Destruction for their universe. So you would think that makes him the strongest in that universe. However, at the end of his fight with Goku, he says that he's not. And that's why I think Whis was talking about Jiren. If Toppo becomes the next God of Destruction for Universe 11 and Jiren is still around, he would be the mortal that is stronger than a god, and right now no one else sticks out. Of course there could be more fighters, but from what was shown out there in the other universes, it looks really unlikely that it would be anyone else. So if we're going off the idea that the mortal Whis was talking about is Jiren, then that would make Jiren stronger than Beerus. This is what Whis says: there is a universe where lives a mortal even a God of Destruction can't defeat. That God of Destruction happens to be stronger than Beerus. To me, there's only one person it could be. There is a reason Goku is fighting Jiren in the opening, and any time he is somewhat mentioned in the series so far, it has been very discreet. They are keeping him a mystery because once the tournament starts, there will be a man who is stronger than most Gods of Destruction. Even if it isn't Jiren, that doesn't change much because right now, no one in Universe 7 has surpassed Beerus. Goku is out in front and by far the closest, but even he still has a long way to go. It's kind of surreal that to win this tournament, you have to take down someone like that. There's been moments all throughout the series that have made Goku look capable of beating Beerus. First it was the god Kaioken, then it was Vegito, but if he's ever going to actually surpass him, I think now, during this tournament, would be the perfect time. Goku will be fighting someone who is on another level to Beerus, and if he ends up winning, depending on how he wins, by the end of the arc, Goku will have surpassed Beerus. Anyway, that's my take on what we said in Dragon Ball Super. Let me know what you think. Anything can happen in this series, but I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Dragon Ball video.